These are the ExpressCube tabletop models. We're going to go through a little bit of the operation, and then we're also going to be going in for maintenance purposes, showing you how to repair it. Now, one of the things we're going to go through is just the general operation so that we can make sure that the user is using the machines correctly. These machines on the tabletop series, we have 3 different sizes that are tabletop. This particular one is the largest tabletop. It's 265. It's basically 24 inches by 24 inches by 36 inches high. We have a smaller tabletop called the 165. It is 18 inches coming out on the width and 24 inches by 30 inches on the height. We have another model, which is the 125, which is generally used for kiosks. And in that case there, it's 24 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches on the height. It's for smaller packages. The yellow lines that you see on the machine here actually serve a function. They are telling the user to keep the packages within the yellow lines in order to get a proper measurement. Now, if I was to take a unit here and measure it on the machine, the most important thing to remember is that the object has to be flat. It has to cross all 3 axes in order to get a measurement against the machine like this. And what this does is it measures edges. So it'll measure the edge here, the edge here, the edge here. And then if we come over to the display here, what you're seeing here is it's a 12-inch cube. It's 12.1, which is within spec, 12.0 here. And then you see the weight and the dimensional weight. The valid weight and valid dimensions come in when the machine has gotten a measurement. Now, so what I'm going to do while the camera is there is I'm going to take this off so that you can see how this thing responds. So it's on 0 right now. I put the box down. The first thing that'll come in is a valid weight. You'll see the valid weight, and there goes the valid dimension. So the machine has just now got a valid weight, a valid dimension, and is ready to capture a measurement. If we have a scanner connected to it right now, it would capture the measurement, or I can do it manually. I can press the acquire button here. Now you'll see acquired shows up, and this is now, if I push send print, it right now would be outputting the data. And then I can just take this thing back off again to re-zero it, and it's ready for another measurement. And if I need to do units instead of the 12 inches, I can press units, and there you'll see everything in centimeters and kilograms. The dim factor, this little weight down here, is the dim factor. It is usually set by the courier company. In this case here, if we set this thing back, this is 194, which is the typical ground for North America. And this is an empty box. Now what the dim factor is saying is that for a courier company, 8.98, it's calculating that the minimum weight that this box is going to be rated at is 9 pounds. And that's because it's hollow, and there are minimum weights for dimensions on most courier companies. So we'll pull out of here. Now I'm going to show you what these LED does on the front of it. This is very handy to know because if you are connected, it's possible that the machine is connected to a computer and you may not have the LCD controller on, but these things will always show you the correct thing. Now, the first thing to note is that there is a red LED. This is the power LED. You can see the little insignia underneath it here. And this is 0. So when the platform is clear and it's ready to measure, it will have the 0. Now, as I put this box back on again, we'll take a look. What we'll look here is there's the weight, there's the dimension. So these come on when it's ready to do a dimension and a measurement.